issues. Lord have mercy. That is
All that
another drama
stuff.
in itself.
Ooh, my camera's
Um,
acting up.
oh, girl, you bright.
Yeah, what
There you go.
happened? Oh, okay. My camera acting weird. Okay, I'm fine now, right?
Yeah, you're fine. You're
Okay,
fine.
how's my
Mhm.
sound?
Sound is good.
Good, awesome. So those of you who don't know, we were talking about menopause, honey. We're actually live right now. I haven't gone through it yet. I'm still, I'm in my, early 30s still. So it's like, let me stop. I'm not. I'm not. I wish, man. But yeah, we're talking about that's not our topic tonight, guys. Tonight.
No,
But
it's not. It's not a
listen,
top.
we was like, let's just hit the live button. Let's, keep it going. So Twonta was just talking about menopause and all the
Yes.
struggles and the ins and outs of it all and how that affects us as women and all the things. Definitely, guys. If I like that cup. I mean, I'm a coffee mug
Thank
girl.
you. Thank
Oh,
you.
that's
That is.
beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
beautiful.
girl. Menopause ain't no joke for a lot of us sisters out there, or just women in general. Period. It's just not. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Because I'm going through that bloating stage, and it's so uncomfortable. Because it
Right.
makes you think like there's something else going on with your
Mhm.
body.
Mhm.
But even if you do go to the doctor, like a couple of years ago, I went to the doctor because my right knee was acting so bad. And I'm like, what did I do for my knee to act so bad to the point I couldn't hardly bend, I couldn't climb up the steps or anything like
Mhm.
that. And my primary doctor told me, he said 9 times out of 10, it could be, the tendons are swelling, and
Mhm.
the early stage of perimenopause, that kind of situation. And I was
Mhm.
like,
Mhm.
that got to be it, because there ain't nothing
Yeah, it
else
has
that I
to be.
can think of. So he
Right.
gave me
Right.
some like prescribed cream, like a Bengay kind of
Mhm.
thing, to put on the
Mhm.
area, so it can help with that area that was very sensitive. And I think it
Right.
did help, of course. That was like over 2 years ago. I mean, I haven't had any issues, praise the Lord, but
Praise God.
you that impression like something is going on with your body, and
Mhm.
not even
Mhm.
there thinking that it's the menopause, because the estrogen that is in every woman's body is depleting.
Mhm.
And once it starts to deplete, your body is going to react to it.
Yes, it will.
It's going to react to it. And then especially when it comes to the stomach area, your
Mhm.
digestive area, it also can mess with the bowel movements.
Right. Right.
Sometimes you have an easy bowel movement, sometimes you may get constipated, sometimes
Mhm. Mhm.
nothing happens.
Mhm.
And you got to go to the bathroom more often.
Mhm.
Jesus, you think it's your prostrate, but it's not
Yeah,
that. It's,
it's not. Yeah. Yeah.
girl, it is
It's a lot.
so frustrating.
Mhm.
But for those women who are really more, they are dealing with it more severely than others. Of
Mhm.
course, they, get some help from their doctors. And I was just mentioning to you about the hormone therapy.
Mhm.
That is one of the options that they offer to women, that helps to basically restore
Mhm.
the estrogen or what have you back into your body, so you won't have those discomforts and stuff. But
Yeah.
it's so much side effects behind that.
Mhm.
Not saying that it does affect every woman like that, but I'm very, very cautious when it comes to those side effects.
Mhm.
I don't think about, I'm just not going to do it. I toughed it out this long. I mean, I can go through it again,
Yeah.
tough it out again, but it's just one of those things that I think we as women do need to have more conversations about it, so
Right.
people
Right.
are aware and be knowledgeable.
Mhm.
And hopefully in the future, we can connect with a gynecologist or someone that can really, really talk the real talk, especially women of color,
Yes, especially
about,
women of color.
yeah, about menopause and what we need to look for, what
Mhm.
we need to deal, how to handle it, what we need to do about it, those kind of things. Because we are
Right.
so naive about it. We really, really are. We
Yeah,
don't
we
know.
are.
We don't know that estrogen plays a huge part in our bodies. And
Yes, it
then once
does.
it's deplete, girl, oh my gosh, you just like, what in the world is going
What's
on?
going
Mood
on?
swings,
Yeah, yeah.
lack of sleep. Girl, I go to bed, but I don't go to sleep until like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
Right, right. And I'm like, for me, I mean, I haven't gone through menopause as of yet, but I know, especially for my oldest daughter, you guys know I have three girls, two boys, but my oldest daughter, she started her, menstrual cycle years ago, but her cramping is like so
Mm.
super bad. And I've even been suggested, people suggest, oh, put her on birth control. And I'm really against that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, I haven't started that process. I haven't even talked to her
Mhm.
pediatrician about that, because I'm like, wait a minute, she's 15 years old.
Mhm.
To me, I think that's a bit much. And I have a whole,
Yeah.
psychological thing around that. But
Sure.
also, I don't want it to affect her in the future if it does come a time where she meets a nice guy and they decide to start a family, that because she has been taking this thing that prevents you from producing, and now when she gets in her 30s or what have you, if she's been taking it for well over 3 decades at that point,
Yeah.
will it affect her? So I constantly keep yeah, Tree says she did it for hers. I constantly, and I know a lot of people have
Oh,
told me, oh
wow.
yeah, it helped with the pain, it helped with this and that. Because I know when I was 15 years old, I just like endured it, and it was bad, but
Yeah.
I still was like,
Yeah.
let me get through it. Let me take some, Motrin, whatever, put a heating pad on and get through it and stuff. So, I'm still going back and forth. So that's my battle right now with that. But
I
yeah,
understand
I
that. Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Because that's
Hmm.
something you just don't take easily. You have to
No.
really look at the pros and cons, especially when you're
Hmm.
dealing with a growing body, such as a
Yeah.
young teenager,
Hmm.
because it may not affect them now, but when they become adult and when they're ready to start a family,
Hmm.
the side effects could, start right then and there. So that's something you really got to just say, Lord, what is
Yes, yes, I'm praying on it. And
your,
I'm not speaking against anyone who has done that, taking
yeah,
those things at a young age. I'm just saying, for me, I know
oh,
for
yeah.
me, my cycle got better once I started to have children. I didn't have as much pain. Even now, it's like I just get it's like nothing.
Mhm.
But I know in my younger teenage years, I was like, oh my God. So yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. So yeah, so we're going through, all women going through something, it just is
Yeah.
what it is. And, like I always say, for this show, we keep it real. We keep it real. This is about sisterhood. Okay. And thank you
Mhm.
guys, those of you
Mhm.
who are hopping on. I see some of y'all hopping on. Just go ahead and give us a hashtag live. It is a sister to sister connection show. My name is Leticia
Yeah.
Campbell. I got my sister friend over here, Miss Twonta Davis Jones, baby. And we come to you guys every single week. We normally come on Wednesdays, but I had a lot to do on Wednesdays. This week, my children
Mhm.
started school, so we had to move the show this week to today. We believe in sisterhood, stability, and spirituality, and that's what you're going to get from this show. We come every single week with some amazing topics. This is episode 9. Okay, we do 10 episodes per season. Okay, so this is episode 9, and we're excited to be on. So without further ado, I'm gonna hand the mic over to Twonta. She's gonna share with you guys our topic for tonight. Go ahead, Twonta.
Yeah, this topic is right on time, okay? Because I'm already feeling some pain as it is, okay? Because it's doggone
Yes, yes,
menopause, all right?
right,
But
right.
it's called Your Pain of Comfort. I want
Yes,
y'all to
yes.
write that down. Your pain. Ain't nobody else's pain but yours. Your
Hmm.
pain of comfort. Now, what does that mean? Your pain of comfort. I'm like, Lord, what does it mean? Because He want to put it in my head. Because I'm
Yes,
like,
yes,
like, wow, that's a powerful definition. But what does it really mean? That means that we're comfortable in our discomfort
yeah.
and the pain
Mm,
that we are carrying. It paralyzes us from
mm,
not pursuing what He has for us. So
mm,
we're going to talk about what we can do, because see, the pain, it can do either this: it can paralyze us or it can perfect us to pursue.
pain to perfection.
There you go, right?
Hmm.
So we're going to share some points for you tonight. Hopefully this will help you, sisters, because everybody's got some type of pain of
Hmm.
comfort or I was discomfort
Hmm.
right now that has
Hmm.
really has slowed our pace, slowed us down, paralyzed us,
Mm-hmm.
confused us in some form of fashion, where we are not moving the way we should.
Mm-hmm.
We all
Mm-hmm.
been there, right?
Mm-hmm.
We all been there, right? But now for some of us, we now know how to use that pain.
Right.
Instead of
Right.
pain using us, now we know how to punch pain in the face.
Mm.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're going to just share some points with you tonight. Let us know, Queens, what is your pain of comfort? What is your
Mm-hmm.
of discomfort? And
Mm-hmm.
how, while you listen to these points, how are you now allowing that pain to drive you forward?
That's right. That's right.
Go ahead, Tish. You want to add to that?
Yes, I said pain to perfection, but I have to say like pain to progress, pain to prosperity. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Every day we go through some form of pain, and it could be from different places. It could be internally and externally. You know what I'm saying? So we got to look at pain in a different way. We got to leverage pain as power. We got to leverage pain as a way that's just a stepping stone to elevate us, because none of us like to go through pain, right? And none of us like to be uncomfortable, but sometimes you got to get through that pain in order to get to that comfort. But yeah, really
Yeah,
good
that's
topic
right.
today.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get to our first point, ladies. Our first point. Now, what do you need to do with this pain of yours? Okay, the first point that we want to talk about is your pain. It can push you to not,
Quit.
to not cave in to quitting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Here's that thing. It can push you to not do that. Okay.
Right.
So you have a choice to make, Queens. You have a choice to make. Do you want to allow this pain to, again, paralyze you?
Mm-hmm.
Pain, not just a physical pain. I get it, because a lot of us are dealing, like me, dealing with menopause. It could be discomforting, and it
Mm-hmm.
can really slow you down. It can even put you in the bed, honey. Sometimes I've been there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or you could have pain, emotional pain. Some of us
Right.
have gone through the loss of, marriage. Some gone
Mm-hmm.
to the loss of relationships. That can really do something to a person's mental
Mm-hmm.
state. So there's different types of pain that
Right.
people are dealing with that
Mm-hmm.
has put them in a position where they just can't keep going. They're tired
Right.
of having a broken heart. They're tired of being denied, or they're tired of going through this long process of the menopause stage, like me, because I burn God's ear all the time. Say, Lord, how much do I gotta go through this foolishness here? Because I
Right.
can't
Right.
pain. I can't stand it, right? But
Mm-hmm.
guess what? I know that if I do quit, I'm not going to get nothing done,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'm allowing this pain to dominate and to beat me down. How
Yes.
many of us have been there,
Mm-hmm.
right? That we have allowed pain, whatever that type of pain was or currently is, has
Mm-hmm.
put us to the point where we have thrown in a pack of white towels, not
Mm-hmm.
one, because there's several pains that a lot of us are dealing at the same time, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many of us have thrown that pack of towels in the ring and said, I'm done. I can't do this no more.
Right.
Because when we do that, we're missing out. When
Mm-hmm.
we do
Mm-hmm.
that, we don't
Mm-hmm.
realize the strength that's really in us. When we
That's right.
do that, we don't understand the resilience that God is birthing out of us,
Mm-hmm.
right? We are allowing pain to take control to tell us that you're not capable, or you're not at that stage of your life to
Mm-hmm.
continue to move forward, to live a very good, healthy, successful life. There's a
Right.
lot of women, Leticia, that is in their 50s, like me, or
Mm-hmm.
even in their mid to late 40s. They're
Mm-hmm.
already having a midlife crisis, whether it's due
Right.
to menopause, whether it's due to life situation, and they
Mm-hmm.
are allowing that type of pain to continuously, rehearse in their mind, having
Right.
to start saying crazy stuff like, well,
Mm-hmm.
I don't see why I should continue to do this. I'm too
Mm-hmm.
old to even start a business. I'm too old to get married again.
Right.
All these other things
Absolutely.
comfortable in our
Mm-hmm.
discomfort,
Right.
right? We
Right.
get comfortable in our discomfort, but we know the outcome of that. We
Mm-hmm.
don't gain nothing. We don't
Mm-mm.
win. quit.
Nope.
Right? We don't we
Right.
don't win, we quit. So your pain can literally push you. You make that decision. You know what? I may not be feeling my best. Just like right now, I'm a living witness. I'm not feeling my best, but I'm taking my cup of peppermint tea and
Mm-hmm.
I'm pushing through because I'm not quitting tonight. We got a show to do, and I'm gonna do
Mm-hmm.
my show.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
that's what we as women, that's what you have to do. You have
Right.
to persevere, even if it's just 5 minutes, 10
Right.
minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it is, you keep going,
Mm-hmm.
right? Keep going until you have seen the outcome of what you had, or what what you've been building for
Mm-hmm.
quite some time. Okay, go ahead,
Mm-hmm.
Tisha.
Yes, yes. You know, one of the things I have to say about pushing through the pain and not caving
Mhm.
in or quitting is that pain is proof that you're growing. It's proof.
Yep.
And I've said this many times on this show, many times on many of my other shows. These past 11 to 12 months have been the hardest months in my whole life. This is, it's been the transition of my life, me quitting things, me stepping away from things, me elevating my value, me appreciating
Mhm.
myself, me not taking any more of what I've been taking for all this time, right? But with that being said, it's I still go through pain. We all do when we're
Mhm.
in this phase of our life where we are making the adjustments that we need to make, whether it be for ourselves, for our children, for our businesses, for our health, for our mental health, all those things, right? So you got to think of that pain as a working out. When you're working out, you are stretching your muscles, you are putting your body through almost like a shock, especially if your body is new to this. But while you're tearing those muscles and you're rebuilding your structure, that's just how life works as well. It's like
Yep.
you're going through this pain, but guess what? The discomfort that you feel isn't just random suffering. It's not. It's proof that you're evolving. It's proof that
Mhm.
you're evolving into the woman or the man, right, that you need to be, to that best version, that not even the best version, that next version of yourself, right?
Right. Right.
So, also think about how far you come, but don't stay stuck in the past at the same time. We have our whole lives in front of us. I don't care how old you are. We all have our whole lives in front of us. And there's
Mhm.
times that I get stuck on the past. There's times that I get stuck on things that I've allowed to happen
Mhm.
to myself and
Mhm.
that I've allowed to happen right in front of my kids, that I allowed to happen, right? But then I
Yeah.
sit back and say, you know what? I have now until the end of my life to change things, to transition things, to make an impact, right? To look at myself in the mirror and be proud of where I'm going, the impact that I have. And every single time I, look up and I look to my left or my right, I hear testimonials of the women that I've helped, the women that I've affected positively, right? And that keeps me going, that gives me help. I look at my children who now say, "Ma, I've never seen you this happy. This past year, I've never seen you this happy that in my life," so that's big. But I had to go through all that pain for the past 11, 12 months to get to where I am today. And it's still not over. You know what I mean? I'm going to go through more pain later on. But you know what? I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it, guys. That's one thing, guys. When you know that you're about to accomplish some major things in your life and make some major changes, just know, right? Just like the word says, where there's good, bad is also present. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? So when you're
Mhm.
out there creating an impact, when you're out there doing things differently, when you're out there doing things positive for yourself, best believe you're going to have the people who are the closest to you that are trying to tear you down, trying to talk crap about you, that are trying
Mhm.
to get out there and do a smear campaign. Let them. I never
Mhm.
forget this. There's a business that I have different businesses, but there's one
Mhm.
particular business that I do and I have been doing now for the past 3-4 years. And I got into that business from watching a group of individuals do a whole smear campaign about that business. Right. So
Mhm.
while they were talking about, oh, this company is this and this company is that, and they had a whole series, and I was like, you know what? Let me go over there and see for myself. Because sometimes you just can't go off of other people's opinions. So once I got into it, I'm like, this is not what they said.
Right.
That's the power, y'all, of manipulation. When certain things don't work in other people's favor, Instead of them saying, you know what, I'm gonna take the L and learn from that and do better next time, or I'm gonna learn from that and maybe start something else over here, or maybe like, oh, I started this thing and it didn't work out, and then move on. Instead of doing that, people will rather get on social media and start a whole lot of mess. Right. It's almost like when you go into a restaurant, right? Or when you patronize somebody's business. If you don't like how they operate, don't shop there no more. Don't support it no more. You don't gotta go online and say, oh my God, this person says this. Don't spend your money there no more. You don't like, people say, I don't like Walmart, but they're there all the time looking for parking in the parking lot, shopping in and out of there. I don't like it, but you still go there.
You still go there, yeah.
Right. So it's that constant, realization that your pain can push you. Yes, leverage your pain to push you. Don't stay stagnant. Don't say, oh my God, I'm going through so much. I'm overwhelmed. And I was just talking to one of my friends the other day, and I was like, oh my God, I'm just so overwhelmed because I got to do this month. I got to go. The kids are going back to school. I got to do this, that, and the third. And I'm sitting there not complaining, but just stressing the fact that there's so much I have going on. But then I sat down. Once I sat down and got home, and I was like, you know what? What's the first thing I need to do this week? What's my top priority this week? Then what's my priority next week? And just sort of like break it down. That stopped me from quitting. That stopped me from caving in. Right? We don't have to take on. It's like we don't have to eat the whole elephant. We don't have to eat the whole elephant. Right? So my thing for those of you who are watching, you may be in a season in your life, like myself, like Twonta, where you're in transition, right? And transition does not always feel good. It does not always look good, right? But know that there's a purpose for even the transition. It's the stage that we're at in life. And I feel, y'all don't understand how joyful I am. And I've said this several times this week, how excited I am on what's to come. I'm ready for the bad. I'm ready for the good. I'm ready for all of that. Because I know one thing is true is God got me. God got me, and God got my kids. So whatever the enemy is trying to plan or cook up, I want them to do it. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, for every, like, where there's good, there's bad. But I'm telling you guys, even the bad elevates you. Even the bad elevates you. It's almost like I want to tell the enemy, I want to look at the enemy in their face, be like, you know what? Every negative thing that you may say about me, is going to bring dozens of people to me. I want y'all to catch that. Every time somebody speaks negatively about your name, every time, even when you're not even in the room, somebody says your name in a negative way, because it's all not true, or it's exaggerated truths, right? Just know that they're supposed to say that to whoever it's supposed to say it to, so that the people who are for you is going to come to you. Because people are going to turn around and say, oh, let me go check this person out. Because that has happened to me in the past, where a person said something negative about me, and then the person told me on the phone, she was like, listen, he said all this negative stuff about you, and I had to see it for myself. I went on your social media, I was like, oh my God, ain't no way that this is true. You know what I'm saying? That's how God works. So, just like people come to you from a good place, they're going to come to you from a bad place as well, just to see for themselves. Just like I did with that business. I'm like, you know what? Let me check this out for myself to see what it is. Because sometimes you can't believe all the hearsay. Can't believe all the hearsay. So instead of us feeling like, oh my God, this person said this about me, or this happened or that happened, just like the word says, God will fight your battles for you.
Amen. Sure enough.
So be at peace. Be at peace. And be joyful even during those times. Even during those times. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, God will take care of you. He will help you through. He will give you the strength to keep pushing forward. Especially when you're dealing with people, when you're dealing with negativity, or if you are in the midst of a toxic kind of atmosphere, right? That's pain right there, because there's a lot of people who are dealing with family members that are so toxic, and you can't run away from them, due to whatever situation or issues, but still God is there to not only help you, but he's there to protect you too, as well.
Amen.
Okay, he will protect you, right? 100%. So let's move to our second point. A second point about our pain, your pain also, it can relieve you
From
from negative
negative thoughts.
thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
It can
Mm-hmm.
relieve you from negative thoughts. And how you
Yes,
do
you
that?
can.
How can you allow pain to do that for you? When you start moving forward, you start
Mm-hmm.
thinking differently, meaning that,
Ooh,
you know
yes.
what, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to write this book. I'm going to go
Mm-hmm.
ahead and I'm going to walk for 10 minutes. It starts to have you to start thinking different or start to talk different about your health or your
Yes.
mindset or about your life. Because
Mm.
when we get stuck in our comfort or in our discomfort, we don't talk positive conversations.
Mm-hmm.
We get in that woe is me, or and everything is going on wrong, or I don't think I can be able to continue because I
Mm-hmm.
don't have the educational background, and so forth and so on. No, we are not going to allow that pain to just break us down and shut us down, right? We are going to go ahead and reverse that thing and say, you know what? I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Great is he that is in me than in this world, right? You got to start speaking what God says who you are and whose you are. That gives you the strength to get about that bed. That gives you the momentum to get up and start walking, even if it's just around your apartment or your loft or wherever you are. It gives you that strength to get about that room, out of that bed, right? Because there's so many of us sisters out there that are stuck in a rut. We're stuck in the room. I was just talking today on doing my daily dose of God's word. I come on every day, Monday through Fridays, and I was just talking about grief. Grief comes in so many different facets. When we hear the word grief, we normally associate it with the loss of a loved one, funeral, all those things like that and everything. And that is one part of it. But grief can come in so many different ways. People grieve over loss of a marriage. People grieve over loss of a long-term relationship. Some couples do agree that the relationship doesn't work anymore, and they separate, but that doesn't mean they're happy about it. They're still grieving about it because they committed some time together, right? Whereas some people don't even see the relationship breaking up. They don't see it coming, and it can really hurt somebody. But grief we go through that process. It's part of life. Just like pain is part of life. But don't allow grief to bury you. Don't allow grief to be your coffin. So, likewise, don't allow pain to paralyze you and dominate your way of thinking and have you to believe that there is no hope on the other side, that there
Ooh,
is no
yes.
that I can survive this thing. There's no way I can make it. Maybe I am not a great mom. Maybe I'm not a
Mm-hmm.
great dad, or maybe I'm not,
Mm-hmm.
all of these things because you are
Mm-hmm.
around toxic people. You're
Right.
around manipulation all the time. You're
Mm-hmm.
around people that really don't truly care about you or have that empathy that you need, and it's very difficult. I get it, but you know who you are. If God says that you are the apple of his eye and that you are that
Mm.
to him, everybody else, it don't matter what they say or think about you, but you
Mm-hmm.
need to start agreeing with what God says about you,
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes we put our own selves in grief.
Yep.
We
Yep.
Yeah, we put our own self in grief, and
Yes,
I
we
know
do.
it's kind of hard to receive that, but it is the truth.
Mm-hmm. Hold yourself accountable.
You hold yourself accountable, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yes, your pain can relieve you from negative thoughts because you
Mm-hmm.
are now getting up out of that situation and you are taking the responsibility and the accountability to move forward and say, you know what, I'm changing my way of thinking. Because
Mm-hmm.
when we start thinking about positive things, that gets a pep in our step. We
Yep.
start to just get up and do this basic things like,
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and take a shower. There's some people who
Mm-hmm.
don't take showers that like they used to
Mm-hmm.
because they've been so grieved
Yeah.
by ever that happened in their life. And grief
Mm.
is pain.
It
Grief
is. It is.
comes with pain.
Yep.
And you
Yep.
know what it can do to a person. Every
Mm-hmm.
woman, every person is different
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to pain.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can handle that level of pain,
Mm-hmm.
right? A 5 can be a 10 to somebody,
Mm-hmm.
right? Where a 10 could be really a 2 to somebody. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? But at the end of the day, you got to give that person that space to handle this in the way they know how to handle it.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Tish.
You know, I just searched up this quote and I'm going to say it for you guys. It says, "My pain is not my enemy. It's my reminder that I am alive, learning, and stronger than the thoughts trying to hold me down." Right?
There you go.
So, if you allow it, you guys need to allow pain to become your teacher, right? Not your punisher. Become your
Go.
teacher, not your punisher. And these are the three main things, you guys, I would call these questions. And I hope y'all are writing these down. The three questions that if I were you, I would ask yourself, because I've done it to myself. What is this situation showing me?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do that before.
Yeah.
I've been in situations for decades and been crying, complaining, shouting, screaming, depressed, emotional. And I never sat in my bed and asked myself, well, what is this showing me? What is this pain showing me about this person? What is this pain showing me about the situation? What is this pain showing me about the season of my life? Right? You know, the next question for me was that I should have asked myself is, what do I need to release? Right? Because as we continuously allow things to happen, allow people allow for people to treat us a certain kind of way, allow for ourselves to treat ourselves a certain kind of way, we got to ask ourselves, what do I need to release? What do I need to detach from? Physically and mentally, or both at the same time. You know what I mean? And so another thing for me, asking myself is, how can I grow from this? There's always a way out. There's always a way out. It may not be physically, but mentally, it always starts up here first. You know, so like I said, if you allow it, whatever pain you are going through right now, whatever pain or discomfort that you have gone through in the past, if you don't allow it to teach you something, then you are going to feel like you're being punished. You are going to feel like, oh, this is not fair. You are going to feel like, oh, because I'm a Black woman, this is how it is. Of course, that you're allowing it to you're allowing all the circumstances, your shortcomings, to punish you instead of teach you something. That's the thing. Pain, if you allow it, would teach you some really good life lessons that you will never learn from reading a bunch of books or from going to a class. What I've learned in the past 11, 12 months, I couldn't get in the book. And I've read a lot of books, y'all. I read like probably like some of y'all, right? When you're trying to search for the answers through a sermon, through a book, through a podcast or what have you. And it wasn't until that you decided to say no more, or I need to get out of this, that you started to go through the jungle and realize that, wow, I'm stronger than I thought I was. My pain turned into my power. And now you built up a natural spiritual resiliency because you decide to no longer be captive by your negative thoughts and decide to say, okay, I feel we're always going to, here's the thing, Twonta, we're always going to feel negative thoughts. We're always going to have them. I mean, that's just life, right? We probably think about maybe 100 negative thoughts before lunchtime. But we can't stay captive in that.
There you go.
Can't stay. Just today, I was sitting at my desk and I was just like, following up and things. And I just started crying. And I wasn't sad, but there's times where I just got to release whatever that tension is just so I can get to that next step. It doesn't mean that I'm emotional or I'm weak or what have you. But yeah, I waited till I dropped my kids off from school and I just let out a good cry. And we got to do that sometimes, y'all. Just get a good cry out and just move on. Get those negative thoughts out. Allow it to go through you, not suppress them, not hold them captive. Just let it go through you. Don't react, though. I don't want y'all punching out walls and slashing cars and burning the house down, right? But in a healthy space, right? So that's the relief. Your pain can be that relief for you. It could be that teaching moment for you if you allow it. If you allow it. Once you get through that, just realize that you're probably going through that pain right now in your life because God has about maybe 1 million people that he needs you to rescue. And right now you're not seeing that because you can't see further than today. you're only operating in the now. Now you're sad. Now you're depressed. Now you're going through a divorce. Now you're going through a job loss. Now you're going through a grief. It's now, now, now. Instead of thinking,
Mhm.
okay, I'm going through this now, but where is this leading me? Where is
Yeah.
this once I get through this pain, this emotion, these negative thoughts, why am I going through it? What do I need to release? And where is this going to lead me? What am I going to learn from this? I'm going to be able to use and teach and leverage later on down the line. Yep.
That's powerful.
Hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad you say about where, you drop your kids off and you just had that moment, when you
Hmm.
just let it all go.
I did.
This morning I was watching, well, I didn't watch it, but I was on my on the Facebook, and there, I don't know if any of you guys watched the Today Show, and one
Hmm.
of the correspondents on there, I think her name is Chanel. She's one of the
Hmm.
correspondents, and she just lost her husband not too long
Hmm.
ago to
Right.
cancer. They were
Hmm.
college sweethearts and everything, and
Yep.
so she's coming back on the show if she has not already, and she was just being interviewed by her coworker about her process of it all, and everything. And she had, mentioned that, she has her good days.
Hmm.
And there's some days that, yeah, she's feeling good, she's
Hmm.
like, yeah, I'm excited, da, 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 da,
Yeah.
da. But then here comes grief knocking at the door,
Hmm.
and she has come to that point to say, okay, grief, come on in,
Hmm.
come on in, sit here. I'm going to let it all out, cry it
Hmm.
out, whatever the case may be. But she said, once she has exhausted all of that, she says, bye, grief, get out. Because she
Hmm.
realized that if she allows grief to stand in there any longer, it's going to control her. It's
It's
going to
going.
put
It's like
her.
cancer. It's like
Yep,
cancer. So
it is. Yeah.
even if you write even if you write down whatever's bothering you right now, and you allow it to process through you, you write it down on a piece of paper. I'm mad
Yeah.
at this person because they this that and da da da. If you have to burn it or something, or have some type of a physical like exercise for release, then do it.
Mhm.
Then do it. Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Say goodbye
Yeah.
to it. Hmm.
Say goodbye to it. Exactly. Don't allow grief to overstay its welcome
Hmm.
in your
Hmm.
mind.
Hmm.
Likewise with pain. Pain
Hmm.
is going to come, but it's going to have to leave sooner than later.
It has to. And the problem
Yeah.
I see, if we allow the pain and the negative thoughts to fester, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like when you have a contamination, or a rat infestation, or bug
Mhm.
infestation, right? You think that people are just going to come in your life and be the exterminator. You know what I mean? You think that, okay? No, you have to do the work,
Yeah.
guys. You got to do the
Yeah.
work. And the fact that, Twonta said that amazing example, the young lady that said, goodbye. That's a great
Mhm.
example of just
Yeah.
releasing it out. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. Because she said that, I'm prepared to accept when that grief comes.
Right. Right.
And cry, scream, whatever you got to do. But then
Hmm.
once I have, released that,
Hmm.
I'm going to continue on living my life.
Right.
I'm going to
Right.
continue raising my teenage
Because
children.
life is still going.
Life is still going. Life is still going. And it's a
Hmm.
process. It's a process. Healing takes time.
Hmm.
Grief takes time. Pain
Hmm.
takes time. We all know that. But
Hmm.
don't allow pain to just dominate in your life and take residence in your life, where eventually it's going to suffocate you, and it's
Hmm.
going to kill you from the
Hmm.
inside out.
That's
You
right.
know, you have power within you. Every single one of us have that power to stop grief, or to stop that pain, I would say, right in its tracks, and say, no,
Hmm.
you are not going to control me. You are
Hmm.
not going to
Hmm.
have the last say. I'm going
Right.
to make this. I'm going to survive. I'm going to dominate. I'm going to
Hmm.
get through this.
Hmm.
It's one day at a time, one step at a time, right? So yes,
Absolutely.
your thoughts are powerful. We all know that, because
Right.
we still healing from the thought of people's comments. They thought of these bad comments, and they start
Mm,
saying it directly at you or on social
mm,
media,
mm,
and we finally are now healing from those words, those comments, or those negative
mm,
thoughts. Even ourselves, we could even butcher our own selves based on
mm,
what we say about ourselves, right? So
mm,
yes, your pain can definitely relieve you. Let's move to our third
mm,
point, our
mhm,
last point for tonight. Okay, our last point for tonight is your pain can guide you to finishing your planned promises.
Promises. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, we all have some plans, what we like to do, what we want to
Mm.
accomplish, especially
Mm.
this latter part of this year. And we already wrote down what our agenda are, what we want to see happen and all those things, and that's great. But here's what I'm talking about in terms of planned promises. God's promises, his plans for your life is already perfected. It is made for you. So you don't allow pain to tell you that you're not going to make it, that you're not going to reach your destination, that
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to complete the assignment that you're currently in and the assignments that are coming. You're not going to allow that. God has assigned your life just for you. The
Amen.
only way that it's not going to come to fruition is if you quit.
Mm-hmm.
That is the
Yep.
only way. We cannot continue to point fingers and say, well, this is their fault. They did this,
Mm-hmm.
they did that, they made
Mm-hmm.
this. Listen, they're going to do what they're going to do,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't
Mm-hmm.
have the final say.
Right.
You
Right.
giving them that power of final say.
Right.
No, you have that power within you to say, no, I'm going to end this because
Right.
God has given me the power to do so. And I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to go ahead and achieve what he's given me. Yeah, I'm not feeling my best. Yeah, I'm going through this difficult situation, but
Mm-hmm.
I know my God is my supplier. I know he's my sustainer. He's my keeper. He's going to give me the strength to take one step at a time. And that's all you need to do, Queens, is
That's
take
it.
one step at a time. Even if
Mm-hmm.
you can take 10 minutes a day, that is
Mm-hmm.
perfect enough.
That's
That
right.
is
That's right.
enough until
Mm-hmm.
you start developing spiritually, in your walk with Christ, until you
Mm-hmm.
start developing mentally and start talking, speaking positive affirmation through
Mm-hmm.
this process, through this training, through this exercise, however you want to call it. By the
Mm-hmm.
time 30 days expire, you already jumped from that 10-minute to that 20-minute or
That's
that
right.
40-minute. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But you
Mm-hmm.
don't quit. You
You
don't
don't
allow
quit. You don't give up.
to tell you that you are not going to finish, that you are
Mm-hmm.
not, you might as well just go ahead and retire.
Or
You
you're
might
not
as
going to make
well
it.
let this go. You pass 50 something years of your
Mm-hmm.
age or 60 plus years of your age. What makes you think you're going to go back to school or
Mm-hmm.
be a teacher? What makes you think you're going to
How
be able to
dare
do?
you?
How dare you?
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, it's people that would say stuff like that, but it's also what you say about you.
That's right.
That's the problem. It's one
Mm-hmm.
thing to have the negative Nancy's and the ding dongs all up in your face, but it's about what matters what you say about
That's
yourself.
right. Hands down.
Because
Hands
here's the thing:
down.
if you saying something negative about yourself, God ain't gonna agree with you.
No, he's not.
Because that's not God speaking like that about you.
Yeah,
You are unique and wonderfully made by God.
that's right. 100%.
You are unique, and wonderfully
From
made
from
by
the
God.
time you were
You are
born.
exactly. You are already victorious.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You are already a winner. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
These trials, these pains, these or birth pains or whatever you want to call them that we are all as women go through, it is
Mm-hmm.
all about development. It's all
That's right.
about growth.
It's all
You
part of the
know,
process.
we have been pregnant before, as you know, we got kids to
Mm-hmm.
prove it. When they are in our stomach, right, we feel the discomfort. That is
Mm-hmm.
growth. They are
Mm-hmm.
growing. We don't
Mm-hmm.
give birth to a 3-month old, pregnancy, a baby. We
Right.
give birth with 9 months due,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
But while
Yep.
they're in our, while we going through that that trimester, that nine
Mm-hmm.
months, they are growing. We feel the discomfort. We feel the
Mm-hmm.
back pain. We feel the like out of breath or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's all process. It's a
Mm-hmm.
development process. And so likewise, my beautiful sisters, that's what we're going through right now. You're going
Mm-hmm.
through this development. It doesn't feel good. It gets you out of breath sometimes. Sometimes you're just like,
Mm-hmm.
why did I why did my husband do this to me? I tell you, we
Yep.
go through right? And then here comes the labor. And then you go
Yeah.
through that. That takes 10 hours, 15 hours.
Yep.
Every birth
Yep.
is different. You go through
Yes.
it. Then when you push or when they pull it out of you and you see that bundle of joy, everything is just it's just wiped out, because now
Mm-hmm.
you got a healthy baby with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
So again,
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to our life, we're going to go through the process. We're going to go through the pain. We're going to go through that birth pain, the labor pain of life, the
Mm-hmm.
issues and all of that stuff. But once we push through, once we see what we have birthed, all that
Mm.
other stuff, my God, it don't even matter no more. After a
Yep. And
while,
you're
you
going to thank God that you went through it. You know, that's another
yes,
thing. You're
exactly.
going to thank
Because
God that you went through it. Yeah.
exactly, because especially when we see our children, we
Mm-hmm.
see how much they are growing and how much they have grown. And you remember that day when you was in the hospital. You remember when your baby was born in the car,
Mm-hmm.
en
In
route
the
to the
car.
hospital,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yes.
And now
Yes.
you see your
I'll
babies
never
got
forget that.
taller, and
Mm-hmm.
you like, if I had to do it again, so
I
be it,
will do it
because
again.
I see my blessing. I
That's
see
right.
what is right in front of me. This is my legacy. This is my baby, And so yes, don't allow the pain of life to abort
Yes.
what
Ooh,
God has already promised you.
that's right. That's
I'm gonna
right.
leave it at that. Go
Oh
ahead,
my
Touch.
God. You know, I want to just add to that really quickly that
Mhm.
if I would definitely all, these past few decades of my life, I would do it all again. And the
Yeah.
reason why I say that is because um where I am at right now in my life is no way I would have been able to be so connected to certain
Mhm.
people, connected to certain opportunities, had I not gone through what I've gone through. Right.
Right.
So
Right.
I think God for everything. I do. I thank God because without giving too much away, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now today. So it is a blessing in disguise. You know what I'm saying? It is a blessing in disguise because a lot of times we don't become appreciative of life or just, the things that we go through. And then right now, just being so deeply connected to opportunities and people and things like that right now in my life, I'm just so thankful for that.
Yeah.
But talking about this particular topic, pain, it definitely can guide you to finish things because you can get so sick and tired,
Mhm.
Twonta, of being sick and tired, that you're
Girl.
going to say, I need to do something about this and change and move on and just, you know, do what I need to do, right? That's what
Yeah.
pain would do to you. Sometimes we get too comfortable in
Yep.
our situations and circumstances. We get too complacent, right? We think that
Yeah.
this is all that is there is, and not realizing that there is bigger and better things out there in this world. You know what I mean? I really say that literally, that you open
Mhm.
up and say, I'm glad I got here. I'm glad I've gotten sick and tired and sick and tired and sick and tired
Yeah.
and allowed pain to push me into the situation that you are today, because now you're getting a whole meal versus a snack. So it's like that's the process of pain. Finishing what you plan, finishing out what you promised yourself, what God promises is for you. And y'all, don't sit in your corner when you're going through pain. Don't do that. Don't take it as a sign that you should stop moving forward or you should detour yourself. Keep going. Sometimes God has to put that fire under you. Sometimes God had to make that boss fire you because you wouldn't have left that job. You would have stayed there and been so sick and tired of being sick and tired and sick and tired and still not move. Sometimes he'll say, you know what, I'm gonna push you out so you can get where I need you to be.
Yeah.
I'm allow that person to do all those things to you, so that way you can get yourself at a place where you know that there's better out there for you.
Right.
Hey,
Right.
Candace. And that's the thing, we don't know what's out there until we get out there. But sometimes we get so stubborn and think like, oh, this is all I'm worth, right?
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
and even you may be around women who say that, oh, you shouldn't, there's nothing much out there, honey. You don't. There's a lot out there now.
There's a lot.
There's a lot out there now.
Good.
That ain't the
It is.
problem. Is making sure they ain't get, I mean, that's another conversation. But like, like I was saying, what I was saying. Yeah, y'all, don't let pain push you in the corner. Yes, don't let it. Yeah, let's get into what's news, Twonta.
Pain can get you to something that you don't want.
Yeah,
to mess in, but I get
you get what I'm saying. You get it, girl.
I'm getting it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so this conclude our points for the night for this topic, y'all. I pray that this was a blessing to you all queens out there, because again, every single one of us is dealing with pain in some form or fashion. So hopefully this will definitely get you out of your rut and to get you moving forward to what you need to finish, what you need to start, or what you need to, what you need to just continue on doing until you get to see the end results. Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, we're going to switch on over to our What's New segment. Our What's New segment is where we actually do a spotlight on those individuals who are doing wonderful, great things within their community or, in their careers or what have you. So there are a couple of things that we do want to share with you tonight. So we're going to start with one of them that our dear Therese had sent to us.
Yes.
So Therese, if you have it, go ahead and post that out. Put that out there right now.
Exciting.
Yeah. Does she have it? Well, she's getting it now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So guys, as you are as you have been listening to us, let us know what area of your life, in terms of the pain of discomfort, or if you will, what has made the decision? What is giving you like, okay, you know what? This came right on time. I'm going to pursue forward in completing what? What is it that you have started but have not yet finished? Or what is it that you have decided that you wanted to do, but it has been blocked so many times because of all of the discomfort of coming in, what's been going on in your life? Post that for us. Let us know, right? Let us know. Teresa, you have,
and just so you know, this blog has a lot of ads, so it may be popping up for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this one here, I love. This is so cute.
I used to work at Claire's years ago.
Did you?
Yes. Y'all remember Claire's? I know y'all probably had it. I used to work for Claire's, child. It was a headache working there. People be stealing and oh God, these little children bad. Yes.
Wow. Yes. Was this at a mall? Was that a mall?
At a mall. Every time I want to, put my hands on a couple of them, you know what I mean? Like, I see you putting them earrings in your pocket now. And their parent be like, I remember one time this one little girl was stealing, and the parent was like, oh, maybe it was a mistake. Maybe she's like, oh, maybe she just thought like, she just put it in her pocket by mistake. Like, no, miss, she put it in her pocket and she walked out the store.
Yeah.
So
that was deliberate. That was intentional.
I had to go before I went to jail, child.
Woo, girl.
So,
this article. Go ahead. What you say?
Go ahead.
Yeah, this article is such a sweet one. This article is based on an 18-year-old young lady who has achieved her dream in selling Gabby bows. Her bows is going to soon be available to 600 Claire's stores worldwide, nationwide, I would say. And this is an 18-year-old entrepreneur by the name of Gabby Goodwin.
Yeah,
she has landed a partnership with accessory giant Claire's, which will now feature her product line Gabby Bows in the stores nationwide. So her Gabby Bows is a hair accessory brand that is created for textured hair. And with her mother's help, she started the business at just 7 years old. In over 10 years, Gabby Bows has been sold in all 30 states and 15 countries, earning the young entrepreneur a six-figure income while she was in the 6th grade. The business announced its new partnership with Claire's on Instagram. Okay. So she said this has been a dream in the making, and we need your help to keep it going. So they
Mm.
said, of course, to head to your local clears and clear the shelves. So there is a picture of her when she was 10 and now that she's 18. So you get to see her. So this person, the self-proclaimed CEO of Confidence, recognizes potential challenges such as Claire's financial struggles. The retail giant, known for its affordable accessories, has filed for bankruptcy protection
Mm.
uh, for the second time since 2018.
Mm.
Uh, Claire's announced its plan to sell its North American stores to a private equity firm, Ames Watson, in an effort to lessen the financial impact. So yeah, they're just talking about restructuring and all those things like that. However, Goodwin, who precisely partnered with Target and Walgreens, remain optimistic.
Wait, so Claire's
Um,
is closing? Is I'm sorry, go back. Is it closing?
no, I don't think it's closing. They might be closing maybe a few of their stores,
Oh,
but
oh,
this,
okay, okay,
yeah, yeah, they are under the bankruptcy protection, but I don't believe they're closing all of their stores right
okay,
now, as of
okay.
now. But they said that Goodwin, she said that yeah, they're remaining optimistic about the collaboration. Oh Lord, these ads, Jesus.
Yeah, I told you that it's this blog is ad heavy.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let me find it because it just keep interrupting here. Hold on.
It's all good. It's all good.
Okay, it says, yeah. With Target and Walgreens, she remains optimistic about the collaboration with Claire's and has requested support from followers. They had many hurdles, including increased tariffs that forced us to cancel manufacturing orders,
Oh,
a manufacturing partner, and change bold colors, but we did it. So, despite the economic challenges now facing our new retailer, we will celebrate this dream deal, she says. I need your support and I need it now. I honestly don't know how much time we will have with this opportunity. Additionally, Goodwin launched her first children's book, Naturally Me, at the Confidence Salon, which was released May 27 of this year. The book empowers Black girls to embrace their natural hair confidence. So you can visit the Gabby Bowles website to find a retailer near you. Okay, so yes, you could go on Instagram. You could go ahead and follow her and support her as well to get some more additional information as to how you could go find her products and even her book and support her business. So yeah, Claire is going through this reconstruction, if you will, financially and all those things. So yeah, their store is still operable, but they are dealing with the challenges just like any other stores out there. But thankfully, she is also connected with Target and Walmart as well.
right, right.
She's
So
doing
if
well,
I was you,
but
sis, stay with the
huh?
Target and the Walmart. I would say if I
Yeah,
was her, focus on really
yeah,
pulling people to Target and Walmart. I wouldn't even mention Claire's in this ad. If I was her, I would put just Target and Walmart, and just you can get a lot of sales, sis, through your own website now. Put
that's
have
the
people go
truth.
there and buy it. You know, because everything's online now. Let me look at Amazon. Cut a deal with Amazon. I mean, Amazon's going to take a big cut from her, but
Right,
yeah, she can
right,
do it. She can. See, that's the thing. Like, especially we of color, we don't need to really attach ourselves to those what they used to call them, like anchor stores. You know what I mean? Like
okay,
Bloomingdale's, Target, Claire's, all them stuff. We could do
right.
just fine on our own, but I get it. I get it. You want to put your product everywhere. You want to like spread it, trickle it across different retailers, but
Yeah,
I'm proud of her. And
yeah.
yeah, she's super
There's
cute.
a young lady I know on Instagram that I follow, and I think I had mentioned to her a while back, but she's a young lady that started as a teenager making bracelets,
Right,
and she's still doing phenomenally well with those. And I don't
right.
think she has, it has partnered with one of those big major
Big
stores
May
like
store, yeah.
she's basically doing it in her house on her own, in her own time, her own terms, and she's
Right.
still doing very, very well. So, like you said, you don't really need that big anchor type of stores as of right now because
To
you
be
really don't know
successful.
how things can shift with the
Mm-hmm.
economy. You just don't know.
Right.
Things can happen, as we have seen with Target already. But a lot of Black entrepreneurs had to pull back,
Pull
you
this
know,
stuff
because
out. Yep.
right, exactly, you know, because of what happened this past year, you know,
Right.
tariffs, all that stuff going on, of course, you know, and the, you know, entrepreneurs are now pretty much now marketing themselves, you know, on, you know, creating their website if they have not
Mm-hmm.
done that already. This is
Mm-hmm.
her account on Instagram. You guys
Instagram.
post that, you know, I mean, not post it, but you can go ahead and follow.
She's
And
adorable.
yes, isn't she adorable? I'm so proud of her that she still continue, and I'm glad that she has her parents or her mom that is still there to help her through and guide her through
Yep.
as well. You know, especially during those teen years. You know, and
Yeah,
now that she,
especially doing that.
you know, she's a young adult and she, you know, still learning and growing, but now she is now, you know, starting to branch out a little bit more. And that's really, really good. So I'm very proud of her. That is her book, y'all. So you
Yeah,
guys,
she's an author. See, she bet she
yeah,
fun. I haven't wrote my book yet. She already got a book. But also, guys, you know, in these stores, a lot of the hair accessories is not always for our hair. So the fact that she
that's
created
true.
something for our kids and us as you know, our teenagers, I think that's awesome. We just have to go ahead and support it. We just have to go
Yeah,
ahead and support it. Natural hair is in,
absolutely.
y'all. I know back in the day we used to always, oh, mommy, I want a perm, I want to relax or whatever. Naturals in. Naturals
It
in,
sure
y'all.
is,
Let's
y'all.
embrace it. Let's get our kids to love it.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I mean, I would support by sharing, but I know I wouldn't buy it for my daughters, even if they were
Oh,
young, because
they oh
I'm just not a fan of those type of bows or whatever. But
yeah,
I
yeah.
definitely would support by definitely, you know, having other people to see what this young lady, because there's other people that will definitely buy that for their
Right,
children, of
right,
course. You
right.
know, it's all about really connection. It's all about supporting,
That's
regardless
it.
if you like their product or not. So yeah,
Yeah,
let's make that happen for her. Okay.
absolutely.
Um, yeah, Therese, that link that I sent you, is it are you able to pull that up or no?
You just sent it?
I sent it before we started live. I sent it here in here in our in this
Oh, in this
in our
chat.
yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, before
Oh,
you actually
okay.
came on. Yeah. I had posted, but I don't know if she is able to put it
Pull
up
it
there
up.
on screen.
Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah, and I did it last minute, so that's on me. I didn't put it in our Boxer, you know, page or anything like that. I
Okay,
just
here it
thought of
is.
this. There you
Good
go.
girl.
There
Oh,
you
but
go.
oh my God, I have their Oh, I don't feel like getting up. I ain't got no pants on, but I would have
I
got
got
up.
it.
Oh, you got okay, good. Teresa, let me see her. I have it in my kitchen right now. I have the collagen. I have the
Do
B3.
you tell
Yes.
me what have you noticed any difference? How long have you had the collagen?
I've been using the collagen now for probably 2 months.
Okay.
So when I use it in, I put it in my tea. I noticed when I
Yes.
put it in my coffee, because y'all know I'm a huge coffee lover, it
Yeah.
changed the taste a little bit. So I like it
Oh,
better in the tea. I do. So I do use the collagen, my daughter and I do the D3. So it is a good product, guys.
okay.
Is a good product. Again, you got to use it consistently. Which one you're using?
Well, right now I'm using the once a day. This is my second bottle, actually.
Mm.
And I have been torn between getting the collagen because I mean, of course, you go on their website, y'all. If y'all haven't, I'm pretty sure y'all have seen their
Yeah,
seen
they
them
have ads
on
everywhere.
yes, Lord, Instagram, TikTok, probably. I don't have a TikTok account, but I'm pretty sure they're on there. You know, especially Facebook. And you know, they got I won't say every, but they have a lot of options to choose from
Mm-hmm.
based on your you know, your physical
Mm-hmm.
mental state or whatever, right? And I've been eyeing the collagen And a lot of the women have definitely been pouring some positive testimonies about the product that they have purchased. The collagen, I was like, should I get it? But I know that they don't fill up that big container, and that was my beef. I'm like, I'm spending like this amount of money, and I'm not saying over expensive. They're not, but it's expensive when you on a budget and you're
Yeah.
not getting the full bottle or the full
Right.
portion. That was my
Right.
issue with that. But I've been hearing positive things about that. Now, this is a once a day, and I said, let me get this because it kind of like consolidates all of the other options of vitamins or supplements that they have to offer.
Right.
Like the skin, the nails, hair supplement, they have that. And I
Right.
mean, this is in that anyway. And they have the vitamin D3, like you
Mm-hmm.
mentioned. They have all these different options. And I said, well, let
Mm-hmm.
me just go ahead and get this so I can
Because you
see
got
how
to
it.
get a one a day anyway. It's good to always have a one a day,
Yes,
regardless. Yeah. With the
absolutely.
collagen though, guys, you don't have to do the full scoop. Like you could do a half a scoop and it'll last you longer. You need the whole thing. I know some people be taking collagen 3, 4, 5 times a day. You don't need to do that. I don't
Good
just once a
Lord.
day. Some people are overdoing it.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
has it irritated your stomach? I know every woman is different, but
No,
has
the
it?
only thing with me was putting in coffee. Was me
Okay.
putting in coffee. I just didn't like how the taste was. But again,
Yes.
I only use it in my tea. I've never drank it with just water. And any collagen product I've ever taken, I've never just drank it with just water. I always mix it with juice or tea or something like that.
And you
But
can also put it
collagen
in a
is good.
smoothie too.
And a smoothie, yes. Collagen is good, guys. It's really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good product. I have to say it's a really, really good product, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you got to use the consistency. I see they have the sea moss. I haven't tried that yet,
Yeah,
but I
me
have
either.
heard awesome things about sea moss in general.
Yeah.
But
And they
yeah,
have the
yeah.
Mino Chill for menopause,
Mm-hmm.
premenopause, or even postmenopausal
Mm-hmm.
women. I have not tried that yet. I was kind of skeptical with that too because again,
Mm-hmm.
and like this here, this is gummies. So you have that option. You get the gummies for some of them, and then some you have the actual capsule. Like the Mental Chill is an actual capsule.
Mm-hmm.
So again, it depends on the person's body, how their body receives it, I guess,
Right.
But I've heard that the Mental Chill is a great supplement for women. It helps decrease the hot flashes, and it also helps in other areas when it comes to that when it comes to the menopause and stuff like that. But there are
Yeah.
so many other options to choose from.
So many
So this is
options.
my second bottle and have to order some
Mm-hmm.
more. But
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I do. I like it. My hair, everything. It's really a good product. It's really a
It
good
is.
product. So yeah, I
They
highly
do
recommend.
have
Go ahead, babe.
probiotic. They have probiotic products, hair, skin, and nails, like Twonta said.
Yeah.
Um, they have the PCOS relief, PCOS relief. They do have
Hmm.
B12 as well.
Yeah.
They have the collagen too, guys. They have the collagen also in like a gummy form as well. So if you guys don't want to use the powder, right? You may not be a smoothie person or a tea person or a coffee person, and you just want the pills. Go ahead and get it. They have
Hmm.
the magnesium. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
the
Magnesium.
omega 3. I'm just
Yep.
listing what they have here on the site, and you can set up to where it comes. Oh, they have ashwagandha. I think ashwagandha helps with
Yep.
calm. And also,
Yeah.
if you're pregnant or if you know somebody who is pregnant, they also have prenatal vitamins as well. So,
Hmm.
and you guys can set up, like, can y'all see me?
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You also could set up a subscription plan so that way you never run out. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So this is, ladies, if you haven't had taken supplements for a while, I highly recommend for you to go ahead and do your research on this because that took me a minute. I didn't jump on it right away. I did my research on this thing for months. And I said,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I need to get back into my intake of taking my supplements. Because I used to take Citrum long time ago before I got pregnant and everything. but you know, your body changes and stuff if you go through that process. And when I got back to taking Centrum, it really didn't work well with me anymore, which was so disappointing. But
Yeah.
you know, I moved forward and I tried the Centrum. I think it was, what is it, the for the advanced age, the silver, Centrum Silver, I think it's called. And that didn't work for me at all. So, you know, I haven't really been taking supplements like I should because of my body, but thankfully this has been a blessing. I haven't had any side effects, thank the Lord. No stomach
That's
cramping or
good.
nothing like that. And that's what I was really iffy about, but I'm very happy with it. So, you know, definitely ladies, go ahead and support this site. And definitely consider getting, you know, these supplements for your health. And if you
Yeah.
are who are watching this replay, if you do have any of their products, let us know. Let us know what products you are using and how it has helped you through the process. Have you had little to no effect? You know, because everybody's different. Some people may see some change in a positive way and some have not. Right. So let us know. Let us know.
Yeah,
Right.
and do what Twonta did. Start off small. Start off with the one a day. Because
Yeah.
everyone needs to take a one a day. They always the doctors would tell you, got to get a one a day because it's like Twonta says, a combination of everything. And it just gradually take. If you're going to try the collagen, do half a scoop, you know, and then build your way up from there. So that way you don't get no weird reaction. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, when you're taking it. Because I used to be that person, get all these products and just go heavy, and then I would crash out. That,
Yes.
and I probably took every brand you name it. I probably took so many different brands,
And you
but
spend a lot of money too
yeah,
on these
it's
things.
not. No matter what brand you get, it's gonna be some coinage. You know, it's
Yeah.
gonna.
Yeah.
So it's not like, you know. Don't go to this website thinking because it's black girl or black. Oh, you're gonna get like, oh, it's gonna be a little 2 for 1.
No.
You get what you pay for.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Teresa, for pulling that up. Thank you, Twonta, for adding that. I'm surprised we didn't talk about that product before on the show, but
Yeah.
I'm glad you brought it up because they have, every time I go on Facebook is an ad for Black Girl.
It's
Now that I
always
went to their site, I'm gonna get more ads because of the was it SEO, whatever they call it. So, all right, guys,
yep.
thank you guys so much for joining. Next week is going to be our last episode for this season. What does that mean for those of you who are new? We do 10 episodes, 10 seasons. 10 episodes per season. Okay, let me slow my brain down. See, okay. And then we take a 2-week break, and then we do the following season, the next season. So we're in season 16. And so we're going to close that out next week, and we're going to jump 2 weeks after into season 17. So we thank you guys so much for joining along. We're going to start, you know, Twonta and I are going to meet soon and really talk about, you know, building up the viewership, getting you guys more onto the show and sharing out and things like that. I know this time of year everybody's busy. But yeah, this has been awesome. This has been real, real awesome. Anything you want to say, Twonta?
No, I'm glad that everyone who came on tonight and those watching the replay, and yeah, just, you know, continue on, you know, pushing forward no matter how difficult life gets. Just keep on pushing
That's
forward.
right. Keep pushing forward.
Yeah, and just enjoy the life. Enjoy your life. Yes.
Yeah, and anytime you need prayer, you can reach out to, or even just, you know, just share what you need to share. Just reach out to Twonta and myself. You know, we would love to hear from you, and, you know, letting you know, don't give up. All right, guys. So thank y'all for joining, and we'll see y'all next Wednesday. Next Wednesday, we'll see y'all back here again. Bye, guys.